Welcome to Meow Day. It is Meow Day again. I know, it's crazy. It kind of feels like a Wednesday, doesn't it? What do you say? What do you say? I feel like it's a Wednesday, but it's a Meow Day. Let me get up a little bit. There we go. Hello everyone! I hope you had a wonderful weekend. And I am here today to ramble about things again. Hi, newcomer here. Hey, Kaden! Welcome! Welcome to the stream. You came in at a cozy one. But let me greet everyone first. Hey, Ice, Duiro, Backseating, Aken, Arkar, Yamete, Vincent, Kiriman, Demoli, Fanoe, Takamiya Rose, Celpiel, Kirin, Movik! There we go. Now I have everyone. Hey, hey! Yes, you had a nice long one? That's nice to hear. Really, this is definitely Meow Day? The traffic isn't helping? Maybe it's just me, I don't know. You know, I am confused sometimes, as the title says today, so I guess I picked the fitting one. I didn't predict I would say that, but it is fitting already, so hey, there we go. Confused alchemist ramblings. Also, I'm still eating a yogurt. So, yogurt ASMR, I guess? No, let's not do that, but I am still eating a yogurt because 5 minutes before the stream I was like, wait, I kinda haven't eaten anything today. Maybe I should before I stream, because sadly I cannot do a cooking stream for you. So I kinda have to take care of that beforehand or after. Free ASMR? No 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 no. I will eat my yogurt like a civilized person. Hey VHack! We want vacuum ASMR on cat food? What the fuck? Is that a thing that people do? You know, I asked that, but there's probably an ASMR for like every weird scenario you could figure out there. Simply because there's so much ASMR. And so many people who have to come up with like the crazy next thing. With the finger? What? Wait, what? Doing the vacuum cleaning with the finger or eating the yogurt with the finger? What? Oh, because of civilized person. So with a straw? Yeah, exactly. I'm eating my yogurt with a straw. Yep. Yep. Anyway, I don't think you want vacuum ASMR on cat food. Speaking of, Coco is here with us today. Coco woke up shortly before the stream. So she's sitting here. What flavor? What do you call that in English? It's called Schwarzwälder Kirsch. So, Black Forest Cherry? I don't know. It probably has a proper name in English. Hi, Coco. Hi, Coco. Say hi. Coco is approaching. Oh, she wants to play. Lemma, what? Wait, is that not a thing? What's Schwarzwälder Kirsch in English? Hold on. Schwarzwälder Kirsch. No, it does say Black Forest. It's also called Black Forest cake. So yeah, Black Forest cherry. I was not wrong. I was in point, actually. In point? On point. Wait, what did I say? I forgot what I said. I'm confused today, okay? I'm allowed to be confused like that. Have you ever considered playing Elden Ring or Dark Souls? Yes, we have talked about this a few times actually. That I've been considering. Any Souls-like? Because I'm curious, but I didn't like commit to it because I was worried that I'll hate it because the fights are hard. But then again, I'm someone who gets very determined when a fight is hard to beat it. So maybe it would be for me, and I can't tell. But I am considering playing Elden Ring, yeah. Every berry in a yogurt? Yeah, I mean... How would every berry combined taste, I wonder? But there's probably a yogurt for every berry because it's so easy to make with berries. Okay, I'm almost done. Also, speaking of eating, I noticed something earlier. So I have the little bun on my shoulder, right? Meaning that if you don't behave, I can do this. Ah. 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 I can numb on the ear of the Cinnia bun. So you better behave. You better behave. Oh, Coco. Pet the cat. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, I pet the cat. Very good, I hope. Boo! But also I like the joke, so it's fine. Isn't there such a yogurt drink with every berry inside? Probably. I haven't tasted it yet. Is Nier Tomato considered a Souls-like? Okay, I needed to read that twice because my brain was like, Nier Tomato? And then I realized, no, that would be an action RPG, not a Souls-like. MGR Doggo would like a word. Listen, I beat the dog, okay? You can't say anything. I did beat the dog. It took me 50 minutes, but I did it. And then I first tried the other boss that came after it. She's the storm that is approaching. Coco is a storm, honestly. She's been trying to eat everything. She's been trying to eat, like, the strings on her toys. And I was like, what the heck? Like, what is wrong? Why are you doing this? And then yesterday I was watching a stream and that person's cat did the same thing. And that's when I realized, okay, this is probably a cat thing. It's just that my previous cat did not do it. I set up a second monitor today. Now I can see your stream and play games at the same time. Pog, let's go! Life is better with 2 screens, honestly. I don't even want to work on 1 screen only again. It's so cozy to just be able to have something on the side. And I technically have a 3rd screen, but my 3rd screen is a drawing tablet that I don't really use anymore because it kind of sucks. But I have a 3rd screen if I ever need it. Coco! Hmm? What do you want? Fluffy. Ouchie. Nah. Life is better with a working PC. That is also very true, yes. It is very true, yeah. Nowadays, I mean, there are people who live without a PC, right? But nowadays, you probably need something to be online at least. Like, everything is online. You can do everything online. You have to do work online. Everything's online. Hey Fluff and Heiramond! Is a second monitor content? What? I mean, you can put content on a second monitor. Your dog is still trying to eat one of the wooden chairs? Like, it's not just any chair, just that singular wooden chair? Damn, they really took a liking to that one chair in particular. Coco, you know what? I think Coco wants to leave. Give me a second. Coco. Coco's gonna explore. She's gonna explore. Bye, Coco. Bleh. My throat is a little bit. It feels a little bit bleh. I don't know how else to describe it. It feels really bleh because I was singing earlier, and when you sing, you just, you know, all the slime that's stuck in your throat gets loose, and then you feel it feels like bleh. It's a good thing because, I mean, it's better if it's gone, but like, then you have to deal with it. And that's a little bit annoying. Feels like a frog is just hopping around in your throat. So, I did a voting for the next game last week. And you have decided. And I can't say I'm surprised about how you have decided, because all of you have actually been just... You kept recommending this to me. And I did want to play it in the future anyway. But all of you seemed very excited, so I put it on the list. Even though I hadn't planned to play it yet. But yeah, the winner of the poll for what visual novel we want to play. Yes, Minecraft. Actually, strips off the picture that is on top of the other picture. It was Minecraft. You all voted for Minecraft. Let's go. No, Slay the Princess. We're gonna play Slay the Princess on Wednesday, and I'm excited. I've actually seen a tiny bit of Slay the Princess, but I had no fucking clue what was going on, so I'm still blind. I just know you have to kill the princess and she doesn't want you to kill her. That's all I know. So I'm practically going in blind. Minecraft would be funny. Minecraft is very fun. I actually love Minecraft. Well, I love and hate Minecraft. I have a love-hate relationship with the game because, honestly, Minecraft is kind of a horror game. There's, like, nothing is scarier than being in a cave and you mind your business and you turn around and something explodes that you didn't see before. It's scary. Minecraft is scary. Because it gives you that sense of, yes, I am safe in this cute cube world, and then you blow up. Minecraft is terrifying. Also the cave sounds, yes, the cave sounds are super terrifying. What the heck? Like, I'm just, you know, you're just mining. You're minding your business. Haha, minding your business. Get it? You're minding your business and you just want some, I don't know, you want some diamonds. And then suddenly the ambience is like, ooh. And you're like, what the heck? Why do you have to be so ominous? I'm just mining. Older version feels unsettling. Yeah, they all feel unsettling. You know, I should just play modded Minecraft and then I should put some actual horror mods inside. And then we play a real horror game. Don't play Disc 13? Oh, isn't it that super disturbing one with the weird noises and everything? Cave noises gets me every time. I had played with friends a while ago because like once a year we suddenly all go like, oh, I kind of want to play Minecraft, and then everyone's like, yeah, I kind of want to play Minecraft too, and then we open up a server and play for like 1 or 2 months maybe until everyone's, you know, done with Minecraft again. And we were like very much at the start. We just had built a very like basic house with nothing inside yet, and I was sorting a chest, and I don't know why, but I was so damn focused on sorting that chest that when my friend came in through the door and I closed the chest and turned around, I actually jumped because it jump scared me so hard. And they were laughing for like 10 minutes straight because they couldn't understand how I could get scared by that. But as we all know, I get scared by the dumbest stuff, so... Yeah, Minecraft is a horror game. There you have it. The broken one with the ambient noise. Yeah, disc 13. Yeah, that one. Is it true that cats are scared of cucumbers? I mean, if you throw a cucumber at them suddenly, then yeah, they will jump. The thing with cucumbers... Cucumbers is just... I don't know, it's like... Also the color, that it's kind of dark, and if you throw it there, then understandably they get scared. They're scared of snake-shaped things. That too, right. It's a snake-shaped dark thing that suddenly appears next to them. Hey Xelped! Hi, hope your Monday is not atrocious. Damn. I mean, my Monday has been okay. Mostly because I don't need to work today, because we finished our task last week and now I don't have any work to do, so I've just been working on music. That's also why my voice is kind of bleh, because I was recording earlier. So, I guess I can't complain, no. Hey Wooble! Thank you! I'm doing fine. I hope you're doing fine too. Wait, I think I missed something, hold on. Spooky sounds can be spooky, yeah. Your message got filtered? Why? I don't know, Backseating. Sometimes YouTube holds back messages by default because it just judges, oh, there was like a questionable word in there, even though it might be a normal word. And I mean, otherwise I just have filtered terms, but it's just, it shouldn't stop you because it's only like really bad terms, like insults and stuff like that are things that I have in my filtered words. So unless you insult someone or like use a very, very bad word, you shouldn't be filtered by what I have on the channel settings. It's just YouTube is weird sometimes. It happens so much that people like just mention that their messages don't send or disappear because YouTube just deemed them, I don't know, your message is too violent. Slay the Princess and... Hold on, brain. Slay the Princess and Coffee Talk are equally amazing. Slay the Princess is a pretty short game, 3 streams at most. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Because I want to play Opus afterwards. It's honestly, it's just a vote of what comes first because I want to play both games. So we're gonna play both games. Hey RJ! Coco and the other cat. Yeah, the other cat is Piper. The mama is Piper. How are they doing? They are doing fine. They are doing great, actually. They have a new room that they can explore now. Because we clean up in that room and put some, you know, dangerous stuff away that cats shouldn't touch. And now they can explore another room that they have. So they are very happy about that. More room to sleep and play. They've been sleeping in that room the past 2 days because they're so excited that they have a new room. Find a job you enjoy doing and you will never have to work a day in your life or something? I don't know if I agree. Even a job that you enjoy can be a pain in the ass sometimes. Like, it's like, I enjoy what I'm doing, right? But, God, sometimes it just gets annoying or boring. So, I don't know. I don't know. Work just sucks unless you're like super passionate about a project. You can't say frick on YouTube, it was probably that. Exactly, instead you can say fuck! I said something about seeing the mobs blow your character in Minecraft. Maybe it didn't like something about blowing things up. I could imagine that. YouTube also doesn't like emoticon or overusage of special characters. Man, YouTube is no fucking fun, honestly. Their chat is ass, their filter is ass, and their layout, they keep changing the fucking layout. Why do they keep touching the layout? It was fine the way it was. Who cares if the button is a square or if it's circled at the edges? Just make the chat better. Yeah! Could scream about that every day. I'm so angry. They can make this so good, but they just don't do anything. What do we get instead? Short streaming! Whoa! Yippee! I love shorts. I always wanted short streaming. Thank you, YouTube. Fucking hate it here. It does filter out frig? Oh my god, really? What the heck? See, that's the unoffensive one, and it decides to filter that one out. I bet it doesn't filter out the other one. Subs also gets filtered? What? What? The P word. You know what? I'm not gonna ask what the P word is because I don't want you to type it if it's a bad word, but... no Opus, you must talk the coffee. We can talk the coffee after Opus. I want to know what the deal with Opus is. Because people keep praising it. The 5 people who know the game, they keep praising it. So there has to be something about it. So I want to play Opus and cry my eyes out on stream, probably, because I heard it's also very sad, so I guess we die. Actually, by that time, maybe there's a new Limbus chapter already, and then I have to check what else I'm doing. Oh yeah, what else I'm doing. I don't know what to do on Friday yet. I have no clue what I want to do on Friday. Maybe it's just YouTube being stupid? I mean, that's a default, yeah. If you turn your hobby into a job, you will hate your hobby. Yes and no. I don't hate my hobby yet. But on Sundays I do. Would I like it more if I didn't also, you know, get home the bread with it? I can't tell, honestly. Babe, is everything okay? You've barely touched the hundreds of ambitious projects you start but never finish? That's me. I start all these elaborate projects and then I'm like... See, I even finish parts of it and then halfway through, I'm like, I want to die. Find a job you enjoy and you will lose something you used to enjoy. Damn. Damn. Yeah, even if you like what you work on, you still are working. It will still be tiresome. That is very true. God. Actually, good call. Honestly, that's been something I've been struggling with lately. Because, gosh, every time I'm like, I want to work on this cover, and then like halfway through, I'm like, I never want to work on a cover ever again in my entire life, because I fucking hate this. I don't know, lately it's been really hard to stay motivated, but I'm also someone who just pushes through stuff and ignores how they're feeling. And then usually when I do it, I feel better. So I will be like, I don't want to sing. I don't want to do a cover. I hate it. Maybe I just never do a cover again. And then I start working on a cover, and then after I'm done, I'm like, well, I'm super proud and happy that I finished this cover. And then the cycle continues. What's the worst, most boring part of making music? Oh, that's a really good question, actually. That's a really good question. So when you make when you make music, there are like steps you're taking one after another. Also, I'm very behind on chat, but don't worry, I will catch up eventually. There are certain parts in music that you have to do. I don't know, for example, mastering. Okay, so let's say you make a track. You first do the arrangement, so you throw in all the elements that make the song. You throw them together until you have a full song, and that's your arrangement once you're done. And then if you want vocals, you can start writing lyrics for that arrangement and a vocal melody that the lyrics go on, and then you can record your vocals, and then when you mix vocals there are different steps also. But when you have done that and you're supposed to put together the instrumental and the vocals and balance everything out so that it works together, and then like adjust the volume so you have the final product, that's mixing and mastering it. And I fucking hate that step because it's so hard. And sometimes I will sit there and master for 2 hours and I'm like, yeah, this sounds decent. And I put on different headphones to check it and it sounds like shit. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm supposed to mix this song because I'm going insane and it sounds like shit and it sounds like nothing what I wanted at the start, and I don't know how to fix it. And then usually I completely abandon it for like 2 days, and then I come back and then I sit through it again and I try to adjust some technical stuff, and then eventually it will work. But it's like super detailed work that you just have to listen to it over and over and over again. And it's so annoying because you're never done on the first version of the song. No, you need at least 9 versions of the song before you have the final song, because you listen to it and you're like, well, I guess this thing is not quite perfect yet. I go back to the drawing board and I adjust it, and then I listen to the entire song again, and then it's like, okay, I adjusted this thing, time to listen to the song again, and then you're like, oh, but this other spot is not perfect yet, so you go back to it again. And yeah, the last thing I worked on, I had 11 versions until I was done. So that was annoying. It's these annoying parts, it's the details, it's the very technical stuff that is super annoying. I love the stuff where you can just, you know, slap things together and then be proud of yourself when it actually sounds awesome. That's my favorite part. But then, you know, you need to adjust the technicalities and it's like, release me from this hell. Release me from this hell. I don't want to work on this song anymore. Audio and video editing is the last layer of hell, very much so, yes. Final one, yeah. Yeah, I name it the same and then I will update the version on my Google Drive so I can listen to it on my phone to double check, and then I just see uploading version 11 and I'm like, oh. That's why I make sure my takes are really finished. If I come to my mastering engineer afterwards, he'd probably kill me. I mean, sometimes you listen to something at the end and you're like, well, this is not, everything else sounds nice, but this is not perfect yet, and then you just go back to something. Only 11 versions, impressive. I mean, that's without all the steps. That's just the mastering, right? Probably my second most hated thing is adjusting volumes of vocals. Hate that shit. You listen to it over and over and over and over, and you lower and higher up certain words. You go word by word, okay? You go every single word of what you've sung with the effects, and then you go back to the file and increase or lower the volume until it's even, and it's such a pain in the ass. Now you could just use a compressor, that, you know, compresses vocals and compress the shit out of them so that it sounds even. But it usually sounds bad if you do too much of it, so you still have to go back and adjust some volumes. And that's annoying. Very interesting, thanks for explaining. Music is hard. Music is hard, but it's also a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and the absolute best thing about making music, I think, is when you're done with your song and you enjoy it yourself. Like, the best songs are just the songs of yourself that you can listen to over and over in your own playlist. Because why would you make something that you don't like, right? Compression algorithms are wild. Yeah. A bit of compression is needed, just don't kill dynamics. Yeah, exactly. You need a bit of compression. Compression is good, but if you compress the heck out of it, then it will just not sound good, because it sounds like squished and suppressed. Also, I have 2 chats open so I can follow the topics from earlier and see what you guys are saying. Oh my god. But yeah. Yeah, that's the gist of it, I guess. Your relationship with music is weird. How so? Dual wielding the chat. Yeah, I have 2 chats. I have 2 chats. She has 2 chats open, but she can still only keep up with 1. What's that supposed to mean? The other is here for the topics, okay? The other is for the topics, and this one is to follow what you guys say. Dual wielding, she's too powerful. But yeah, every time I look there, I'm looking at what you're saying, basically. And every time I look there, it's just like, okay, what did you say beforehand? Also, the chat is probably gonna jump if I scroll down. Oh no. Oh my god, I see your earlier message now, Xelpad. The pus in bio, yeah. Man, it's like... on Twitter, right? I read an interesting thread or something, and I want to see what people say to it. And there's just like, oh, some messages have been blended out. And I'm like, okay, did Twitter not like what these people, you know, what words they used? Or is it the legendary, the menace, puss in bio? And I click on it, and it's always the puss. It's always the puss. And I'm like, god damn it! What did I expect? Nothing, and I still got disappointed. Aww. VIP role never ever, though that would be very useful. Oh yeah, that's a very useful thing that Twitch has, the VIP role. But nah, we can't have nice things. Bun in bio! Oh my god, that's a good one! Bun in bio! Benui in bio. P-word is pink? Oh. Do I have to... Yeah, be careful or I will... Sin in bio. Half-Life? Are we going to see a Half-Life playthrough? Ayo? No, I don't think I'd be interested in playing Half-Life, actually. But it was funny for the moment. More like find a job that you love and you will tie your whole identity and feeling of self-worth to it to an unhealthy degree. Or... Jeez! I can't say you're wrong though. I've seen it happen. And I keep seeing it happen. Nui raid in bio, chicken in bio. There's everything in bio, isn't there? You give off an impression of a hardworking but dorky older sibling. Thank you. Oh yeah, the new Millie song is gonna release officially through patches of violet. They announced it on Twitter. On Twitter. I refuse to call it X, by the way. It doesn't matter how much time passes. I will not call it X. Not being able to listen to music while making music. I actually hate that, yeah. Sometimes I wish I could listen to music while making music. And I have before, actually. Sometimes when I do vocal timing, or cleanup, I have like very faint lo-fi playing in the background so that whenever I press stop, for a second, I can just hear some music in the background. Okay, I almost caught up. What are your headphones? I think there's some Sennheiser ones. Yeah, I actually have studio headphones now. I used to have very old headphones that were like from 2013. Some cheap Sony Philips. No, it was Philips. It was like some super cheap Philips headphones. But back in the day, they were produced in such a high quality that they actually sounded as good as a lot of studio headphones. And for ages, people have been mocking me or doubting me when I told them. They were asking, what do you use to make music? And I'm like, oh, I'm using these, you know, $10 headphones from back in the day. And they're like, nah, that can't be right, that can't be right. And I'm like, yes, it is. Trust me, they're good. And everyone goes like, nah, buy yourself some studio headphones. And I'm like, you don't understand, they're just as good. Why don't you trust me? Nowadays, they're not produced anymore, I think, or just in the low quantities, and the quality has lowered. But the ones that I bought back in the day, right? When they were still produced in that high quality, they were so damn good. And I used them probably for, I don't know, 8 to 10 years before they broke so hard that, yes, I actually needed new headphones. And then I actually went for studio headphones this time. But no one trusted me that they were good when they really were. Because you bought them for $10. Yeah, people just couldn't accept or didn't want to believe that something that was this cheap could be good. And like nowadays, maybe that's more likely the case, but back then, they were just really good. I don't know what to say. You must have gotten absurdly lucky with your headphone purchase. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why this model was so good. I don't understand. But yeah, it was better than most expensive models too. Like I had a time where I genuinely went to the electronic market and I was testing out different headphones, and I'm like, all of these sound like shit. And they cost 8 to 12 times the amount of those cheap ass headphones that I bought back in the day, and they still sound better. So yeah, sometimes you can have nice things for cheap, and sometimes expensive stuff is just expensive because of the name of it. Use biodynamic? Oh, actually, hold on. Do I use... No, I think... Okay, hold on. My microphone is a Sennheiser. My headphones are biodynamic too. I realized. Thank you. I have the DT990 Pro of those. And my microphone is a Sennheiser. There we go. I had one of the correct companies. I just, you know, applied it to the wrong thing. But it's okay, because the title says I'm confused today, so I'm allowed to talk shit. But yeah, really good headphones. Actually, the only issue, there's one slight issue that they have. Their high ends are very sharp and loud, so I do use an equalizer to lower them by like 5 decibels. Because like the heights are just too strong on these. But otherwise, they are pretty much perfect. The rest of the frequencies are great. So if you need good headphones and you don't mind using a little bit of equalizer, I recommend them. You have a Razer Kraken. I hear like mixed things about Razer all the time. Either people love what they have or they are just angry because it breaks so fast. Perhaps it's better to have a different person do mixing and shit. Okay, I tried that. I actually commissioned someone to mix for me before. And I'm not saying other people can be great at mixing, and I probably just need to find the right person, but both times I commissioned someone else to mix for me, I didn't... The first time I hated it, and the second time I was like, okay, this is decent, but it's not, I don't know, they just don't work with it in a way that I like. That makes sense. So I'd rather just do it myself. I'd rather just do it myself. Okay. Okay, I'm going through the mixing topic right now. If one were to troll a musician a little bit, should that person go for "oh, vocals sound a little too quiet" in that certain part? Hypothetically speaking? I mean, that would just be proper feedback, then I would just make that part louder, right? So it's not as bad. The buns quietly listen to Sin rambling. And this and that, perfect meow day. Yeah, there are certain topics that I can ramble about a lot. Certain topics I could probably go on about forever. No, my chat jumped. That's also a thing I hate about YouTube. It's like you want to scroll down, but it doesn't refresh at the bottom. So it would just jump to the newest message and you have to scroll back up again. You don't really listen to music that often, and the usual music you hear is just anime songs. You also dislike the idea of being in a concert because you dislike loud noises. I mean, understandable. I'm quite the opposite. I like it very loud. I listen on very loud volumes, and I do really like concerts, actually. I want to go to a concert again. I wanted to go to the Ado concert, but I missed when they had ticket sales. I only learned of that when, you know, the last few tickets were left, and I couldn't grab them because people sniping that shit. People sniping that shit. People are too fast. I couldn't get some. Can Sen be my older sister? I can be your older sister at church. Nobody will call it X? That is true. Also, hey there, I can't read the name, but hey. Okay, I'm quickly scrolling. Quickly scrolling, skimming through. I'm almost back. Every headphone has a wrong part of the tuning. If you really want to take the best of them, you use an equalizer. Yeah, I feel so too. I don't know if there's any headphones. I mean, there probably are some headphones that are like pretty much perfect, but I assume they would be very expensive. So just putting a little bit of equalizer will do the trick. There's a whole GitHub repository for equalization of tons of headphones because of that. I used a tool that shows frequencies for headphones when I tried to make a decision as well, and then just skimmed through that and made a decision with that. If you want it done right, gotta do it yourself, not to knock other people's work, but it's never going to be just how you like it. Yeah, exactly, that, you know, that hits the nail on the head, kinda. other people can do a good job mixing, and I'm not saying they are bad, but it just doesn't sound the way I want it to sound a lot of times when I commission someone else, so I'll just do it myself instead. You can't expect a chef to let someone else do the cooking? Yeah, exactly. And also, an issue that I've also had previously with like commissioning, it's like, I'll know exactly like what the change is that is needed, and I know which button you would have to turn, but like explain that to the person, and I'll tell the person this thing needs that kind of adjustment, and at the end it doesn't sound the way I wanted to anyway, because they didn't entirely get the point. So it's like a back and forth of endless stuff until one day I just cave in and I say, yeah, I guess this is acceptable. But so yeah, with audio stuff, I'm like super picky. I'm super picky. It's a good thing because it helps me mix better, because I hear things that others might not hear, but at the same time, it's kind of a curse. Because someone sends me something and I'm like, do you want the list of changes or not? I remember a YouTube video about a person buying the same clothing that has similar material as Supreme from the same manufacturer for like 10 times cheaper. Yeah, that's also a thing. Something that people are not aware of, I feel. A lot of stuff that has a name on it and a knockoff brand, they are sometimes manufactured in the exact same factory, actually. Sometimes stuff is manufactured in the exact same thing. But for one of them you will pay more, and the other is the quote-unquote cheap knockoff brand. But it's technically the same thing. Or at least produced the very same way. Even if you get a really good mixer, being one yourself, you probably also have a very specific idea of what you want to have, so it might be difficult for the mixer to get exactly the result you imagined. That's also an issue. If you commission something that you don't know how to do, you will be easily impressed with the result, but if you know exactly how to do something and then you just want someone else to do it to take off your workload, it's so easy to be critical about it. Because, well, you do it all the time, and you have an idea of how it works. So then you hear things, you know, that someone else would never hear. If they just, you know, if someone who doesn't mix commissions someone to mix, they will not hear the issue that someone who can do it will hear. So, yeah, it's complicated. It's a little bit hard. Okay. You prefer open back headphones? Yeah, me too. I think they're good. I like hearing what's happening around me when I wear headphones. Also, my mom likes to shout from the background, so... Okay, I caught up. Yeah! I'm back on track. Hello everyone, I'm back in the present. I'm absolutely deaf to all the differences in headphones and mixing, and to be honest, I'm glad. I will tell you, I'm really good at hearing if timing is accurate, right? So, vocal timing. I'm really good at hearing that, down to sometimes milliseconds. And it fucking sucks. It fucking sucks because if someone asks me to make a list with issues I hear, I will give them like a massive fucking list of changes to make because I hear everything. And then sometimes when I time myself and you know, you kind of go deaf to timing at some point when you do it for hours on end. At some point I'm like, I can definitely tell there are some milliseconds off here, but I don't know in what direction and I'm going insane. So it's a blessing because it will sound good, but it's also a curse because you hear everything and then you're just suffering. You just want it to end. Hi, True! Can I get a martini? Sorry, Brantini. Sorry, martini. Sorry, Brantini. If you visit the Valhalla bar, sure. Sure. Successful dual wielding? Yeah, I did it. Welcome back, thank you. Thank you. If I was in a quieter place, I would use open back, but as it stands, I use a full closed with big audio cancelling. I mean, depending on what your environment is, definitely, yes. I just benefit from, you know, open headphones, because then I can hear stuff. I can hear when the cats are doing something they're not supposed to do. I can hear when my mom requires help. I can hear when the doorbell rings. Because I have missed that in the past when I didn't have open headphones. Valhalla playthrough once again, now missing drinks on purpose. Oh god. Oh god. Make everyone angry. Imagine Sin recording the perfect take and just before the end Cinnia mom shouts something. It's funny because I had a moment where I'm like, I sing and I'm like, holy shit, this is gonna be it, this is the take. And that second, an ambulance drives through. And I'm like, oh god, can I still use it? And I listen and I'm like, yes, yes. And then at the very end, the last few words, it starts. You can hear it in the background. It's just... And I'm like, fuck. Fuck, it was so good, but... I could keep part of it, but the end I had to re-record. I'm like, fuck. God damn it. So yeah, that has happened before, and it will happen again, probably. So... Wee woo. As long as the neighbors' kids don't start to sing with you... No, they will start playing an accordion while I sing. That has happened before. Speaking of, I haven't fully recorded the song I was recording earlier, and I hope that my voice can still do the harmonies when I go back to it. But maybe I should maybe I should move it maybe to tomorrow instead, and not end my throat. According to this accordion, you shan't sing. No, I think they enjoyed it. I think they enjoyed it. They wanted to play along. Mom, I'm recording, can you stop? Flashback to when we had a karaoke stream and someone was moving stuff around in the hallway and had the door to, you know, the stairs open wide, and I'm like, ah, yes, comfortable. That was a great karaoke stream. Flashback to flashback? Definitely. Widely dies. I did die on the inside on that day, yeah. I did die a little bit. It was not comfortable to sing when you know that, you know, the apartment door is open. Because I don't mind singing in front of others sometimes, but maybe not like this. Not like that. Only with consent. Why was the door open? Because someone was moving around stuff from the apartment to the basement. And just left the door open while I was having karaoke. Wait, Sin, your VTuber model has fangs? Yeah! Yeah! Actually, hold on, I'm getting closer. Ah. They've been there, yeah. All 4 of them. She's a vampire. Bite spawns and turns spun into vampire. Are vampire alchemists legal? Why would they be? Who would make a law against them? Who would just, you know, think about laws and then say no alchemist vampires? But no, I'm not a vampire. Please don't make that the next thing. I'm not pink and I'm not a vampire and I'm not a pink vampire. Have you ever told to sing unconsented? What? What? I don't think I understand that sentence. Cute vampire girl cover when? Right now, let's go. Have you thought about making an introduction video with funny clips to pin on your channel? Yes, I have. I've also thought about doing compilations of moments from playthroughs, actually. But, it takes a lot of time because playthroughs are long. So I've only been looking for clips so far because I didn't have the time to commit to that. I would like to do that still, though. That sounds like one of those German words people love. Vampir-Arbeitsverbotsgesetz. Yeah, it does. It does. How long has it been since you used that blush rig for your model? Ages, because I don't find a good situation where that fits. Actually, the Potion Pyramid stream had a moment where that would have been fitting, but I didn't think about it. I keep forgetting about the blush. Hold on. Oh, that's the star. I love this one. This one is so cute. Yeah. There we go. There it is. So never blushes. I have an anti-blush function. Solid pink. No! It's more red than pink. It's not pink. But yeah, there you go. A little bit of blush. Sin is just too cool and unfazed when we don't manage to make her blush. It's not pink! God damn it! Don't make me pull out the art software here. It really is cute. Nah. Quiet pink. Hey. Hey. I'm gonna eat you. Say that again, I'm gonna eat you. Debate me? There's nothing to debate. I'm not pink. You could say orange if you really wanted to, you know? If you really, really wanted to, you could say orange. Even though that's technically still not correct. But there's no pink. There's no pink. So today starts the monthly pink meeting. I think it's time again, yeah. I think it's time again. Go on, I just read lighting and color book. Well, then you should understand how light affects shades. And that even on the pink profile picture, I'm not really pink because it's the lighting of the bar. It's the lighting of the goddamn bar. Isn't the skin colored pink? No! It's not! Oh my god! Hold on, pink, orange, salmon. You know what? We're going in, it's time. There is salmon pink, right? But this is not salmon pink. The lighting makes you pink, but I'm not pink right now! What lighting? What lighting are you talking about? Is the lighting with us in this room right now? I don't think so! Okay, let's see. Can I find a nice color palette? Can I just find something that shows the difference between pink and orange? You know what? Actually, Coral is a good name as well. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I found it. I found what I was looking for. Yes. Oh, oops. I guess this works. didn't insert itself the way I thought it would, but... There we go. You ready? Okay. Fucking read this. Read it! Read it! We have pink. Is this pink? No, it's not. We have rose. Rose is actually pretty. Is this rose? The highlights are... You could call the highlights rose maybe. But this? No, it's not rose. No. Is this... Fuchsia? No, clearly not. It's also not punch, because punch is more red than this. I have more orange. It's also not blush, very clearly. Not watermelon, or flamingo, or rouge. It's not strawberry. Peach is closer already, okay? You know the highlights? The highlights here? The highlights? You can call that peach, yeah. Now coral has a little bit more orange, so my color is slightly darker. But that's probably the closest on this chart, and it's closer to orange. Salmon. Salmon aligns with these headlines, these highlights. You see this? Do you see this? Salmon fits on here. Perfect, wonderful. It's not rosewood, it's not lemonade, it's not taffy or bubblegum, not ballet slipper, not crepe, not magenta or hot pink. Amen. You're clearly coral? You know what? That's fine, because coral is probably the closest color on that image that's fitting. You can't read? I just read it for you! I just read it for you. It's kind of more coral? Yeah, that's fine. You can call it coral. That's okay. But it's not pink. In no tangible way is it pink. I'm glad that we talked about this. If you still say pink, think you need to get your eyes checked. Actually, you might just have to do a colorblind test. Genuinely. Ballet slipper sin. No! No! Can we change the P word from pink to punch? Oh, I lost my clothes again because I was... I was raving so much that I lost my clothes again. But Kiku Papa confirmed it? No, he was just memeing! Was not a confirmation. It was not a confirmation. Don't hurt me. This is like the 4th time this happened. You can pull the receipt. What I just said doesn't change anything. You lost your what? I lost my cape. I lost my cape. Because I was raving too much about colors. Anyway. Now you saw a bunch of different shades of similar colors that are not my color. Now a full color theory stream. Maybe I should do that on Friday, actually. Oh yeah, right. I still don't know what to do on Friday. I still don't know what to do on Friday. There are a few, like, one-shot games I could play. Buckshot roulette, maybe. Or the neighbor thing. And then a voice acting stream. I'm not really a voice actor. Sometimes I pretend I am, but I'm not really. Can you take off your cloak again? You want to see the floating band? Sure. There you go. It's floating! Ah! Come back down here, Bang. Sit where you belong. Yeah, Buckshot Roulette is really funny. So maybe that would be a good one for Friday. Because I don't know what to do otherwise at the moment. I could start a new series, but I don't know if I want to. I wouldn't be sure what to. Well, I guess I could play, I could start Subnautica because that's still on the list. That's still on the list. We will definitely play that, but I don't know if I feel like it yet. Both Buckshot and Not My Neighbor are fun. Yeah, very much so. They would be perfect. Continue an old series. There's only one series. Oh well, there's 2 series and I don't want to play either of them. ASMR hacking into your system stream. I really don't like ASMR. Funny water game, yeah. You just read a theology book that alchemy is an arcane science brought to Earth by Azazel. Okay. That's wild. But yeah. Oh, speaking of games. Been low-key... Low-key? God, what is happening today? I've been low-key addicted to Rabbit and Steel. It's a new indie game. And you play rabbits. And you fight bosses. And you steal yourself. And the entire thing is based on Final Fantasy XIV, actually. So yesterday we were raiding, and after the raid, oh, I still need to play Final Fantasy on stream, right? Yesterday we were raiding, and after raid we went into Rabbit and Steel and we raided some more. And actually the mechanics that happen in that game also are mechanics that happen a lot in Final Fantasy. You can't escape Final Fantasy XIV? Exactly. You have to live with it. It will always find you no matter where you hide. Rabbit and Steel is so cool. It is really cool, I love it. The only issue I have with it, honestly, is just that sometimes I feel like the mechanics are hard to read. Because it's all like it's super flashy indicators, and if you have to like look at 3 indicators at the same time, that happens in hard mode, mind you, because more mechanics and harder mechanics, of course. If you have to look at 3 indicators at the same time, it's so easy to miss one, because they are hard to read when they all are displayed at the same time. So I wish they would improve readability a little bit in the game. It would probably help if they make different attacks, just different colors. Like, make it different shades of, let's say, red. Make one pink, for example. Haha. Make it different shades of red so I don't know 3 things are happening at the same time. And not that I focus on 2 things and I don't even see the 3rd thing because I was too focused on trying to read what's going on with the first 2. Hard and Lunar sometimes have readability issues. Yeah, very much so. Some mechanics are just... I literally do not know how to resolve them because I can't even see what is going on. You're absolutely insane at the raid mechanics, but the bullet hell part is where you are really bad. Understandable, have a great day. It's funny because if you play Final Fantasy, you go in and you know how it works because you know the mechanics, and then stuff like the bullet hell can just fuck you over completely. Color code the boss attacks as salmon, rose, pink, ballet slipper, and coral, so we finally learn. You know what? That would help though. That would help. Just use different shades to indicate that there are multiple attacks going off. Please, please. I hope they change that. Any horror games? Buckshot Roulette counts as a horror tagged game, even though it's not much horror. It's just unsettling. Mouse and keyboard had a pretty game-breaking bug when you played it yesterday. Oh, okay. I only play with controller, so I haven't encountered that. I do not play Final Fantasy XIV with a controller though, mind you. Also, we have reached the 1 hour mark already, 15 minutes ago actually, so you know what that means. Stretch! Yeah, Buckshot Roulette is more thriller. I am a World of Warcraft player. My condolences. And the best part about Rabbit and Steel is that I don't need to get into a raid group first. Understandable, yes. What are your thoughts on roguelites? I like roguelites. I like the genre. I think there's a bit of an overabundance of games in the genre, and not all of them are good games. But in general, I really like the genre itself. And I enjoy how much replayability it adds to a good game. So if the game is very enjoyable, you just can keep playing for ages. And I think that's really cool. I also like the nature of, you know, a run not being super long, usually. So you can be like, oh, I feel like playing this game. I will just do a run, and you can be done, depending on the game, in like 20 minutes to an hour. And you know that. And you can just play around, basically. I like games where you can hop in and out again when you feel like it. Hades 2, it's so good. I love petting the frog. Yeah, Hades 2 looks super nice. I had been considering buying it, but I have never played the first one. So I was like, maybe I should try the first one first and then get the second one. But at the same time, it's like, I already know the entire story of the first one, and the second one has just... everything about its aesthetic is so catered to me. So I feel like I would enjoy it even more. You'd advise against it if I haven't played Hades? I considered maybe trying one, like doing a few rounds and then going into two, because I know the game already. I've been playing a lot of Pacific Drive for roguelites, and because of Hades 2, I'm trying to complete 100% Hades. Hades is super good, yeah, it's a super good game. Big fan of Holocure, same! I love Holocure! I almost have all achievements. And then, actually I thought I would have all of them, but then at the end I'm missing the last one that's like, get all achievements, then go outside. And that's when I realized they mean the in-game achievements for all the characters and not the ones on Steam, so I got scammed, and now I'm like, oh god. I've been playing the same characters over and over because they're my favorites, and everyone else is now missing their achievements, so I still have a shit ton to play of that. You've been playing Holo Break, it's fun, but it feels kinda very long. I have the same issue with it, yeah. I was doing a run with a friend when it came out, and the runs take very long. We were like 45 minutes in, and there were still 2 or 3 bosses left. And it was like almost 3 AM already, so I was like, well, I kind of want to go to bed because it's like super late and I don't think we will make it to the end. And it's kind of sad that you cannot make any kind of save state. Like, I wish it would just save your run with, you know, your team setup where you are at that moment, and then you could pick up again, because the rounds are just a little bit too long for my liking. Going outside is the truly hard part, though. I go outside every day, except for today. I just went on the balcony because it's too hot. Yeah, I know it's wild, but it's too hot. I'd probably go take a walk later. One game I discovered that I really liked was this indie One Step from Eden. It's good, but I don't know why nobody plays it on stream. One Step from Eden? Let me check that out. The issue is... Oh, it's that one! I mean, if it doesn't catch people's attention enough in general, or if, you know, people aren't like about doing niche games, they would probably not pick a game like this as a streaming title. So it's a little bit hard. I've seen this one around, but I'm not sure if I would like the battle system. It's battle network-like. It's pretty hard for readability for the viewer. Oh, okay. Don't know what to play on Friday, just play horror, I hop on. I can't take horror well. You know what? It would be super fun if we could have like a horror Friday or something and always just play horror games, but like I'm too weak for that, so I can only occasionally play mild horror. You have it and you have yet to play it? Well, now is your time! That's the same experience I had with For the King 2. Me and my friends love it, but we need like an entire afternoon plus evening for a single run. Yeah, that's hard, that's hard. Also, it's so goddamn hard to make plans with people once you get into your 20s. Because you gotta shuffle around energy and work times and people being available. And even getting your friends into a round for a game long enough to go through it is a pain in the ass. That would be awesome, but that's understandable, yeah. Yeah, sadly I'm a coward. Well, I mean I could push through it, but I don't know if I want to deal with the aftermath of having anxiety at night, so... There are some roguelites with light horror. And as soon as they get kids, it's over? Yeah, I kind of fear that day. I kind of fear that day where my friends might have a family and I never see them again. I'm afraid it doesn't get much easier in the 30s either. No, it will not get easier from here on out. Once you hit the 20s, it's Jover. You need the calendars to make plans. You have 2 D&D campaigns running currently, but both are on hiatus for like over a month. Damn, that's rough. I still want to continue my playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3 with friends, but they didn't even respond to my last suggestion, so I'm like, okay. Well, maybe we just play a round of Dokapon Kingdom instead! And then I could motivate them for. How do you feel about World of Horror? It's more of a visual novel gameplay, so it's not that hard on the horror. I've seen a little bit about it, but I would have to check it out again. Would probably be okay though, for me to play. I think my life peaked at 30s. I believe Baku would agree that 30s is the peak moment. I'm kinda hoping that 30s are the peak, because I don't feel very peaky. I don't feel very peaky yet. I haven't felt on peak, and I hope that maybe... People tend to say that the 30s is where everything falls into place. Or where you kind of stop caring about it not falling into place. So... I don't know. 30s are the peak. Everyone who isn't 30. I am 30 and I don't know about it being my peak. Understandable. Your 30s have been pretty awesome so far. I mean, I'm happy to hear that. Ever heard of a game called Fear and Hunger? Yes! Actually, we had a voting about that game on here, but it was not desired. And it's probably better that way, because I don't know if I would like to play it. I would probably get very frustrated. But I do know the game, yeah. I've watched some of the gameplay. For you, your life after 25 has been more or less in the place. I feel like I'm at a point where it's like... It's not good and it's not bad. I'm kind of just at a point where I'm like... Well, this is gonna be life. And I just kind of live. I kind of just live. And I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just doing what I've always done and what I can do at the moment, and then see what happens. According to studies, 40s are the peak. And at some point your family also stops asking you about kids and marriage. Luckily my family has never ever been pushy about things like that. And I appreciate that. Because my bloodline ends with me! Goodbye! Goodbye, Syndom. Peak of what? Money? I don't know. If it's about money, I sure as heck ain't peaking yet. Same. Let's go! I'm breaking the vicious cycle. Breaking the vicious cycle of bloodline, it ends with me! And my anime waifus. I'm pretty much in that place. It's life, it's shitty, it won't change, so I'm just living day after day, doing what I can. I'm trying to have a kinda more positive, nihilistic outview on it, being like, you know, you could be like, nothing matters, or you could be like, nothing matters. I'm trying to be nothing matters. So I'm just kinda, I'm kinda just living. I accepted that life is quite literally sometimes just living, and you don't have to do anything crazy, and you don't have to achieve the world peace and a Nobel Prize in your days. You can just, you know, just being alive is good enough. And it's okay. And if you want to do more, you can always still do more. But for now, I don't think I have the energy for more. So I'm just living, and I'm trying to appreciate it. Hater, yeah, positive nihilism, nothing matters. We will all die. One of my flatmates is nothing matters, and the other is nothing matters. Nice. The duality of man. Have you heard of the hit game Half-Minute Hero Super Mega Neo Climax Ultimate Boy? I do have the game! I know the game, and I have it in my library. But my friends have not played that with me. I kind of want to play it. I saw like a video of it back in the day, and I enjoyed that a lot, so that's when I got it. 99% of life is just living, to be fair. I mean, yes, it is, but, you know, it's more about the mindset and how you feel about it. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, you can't really do... Well, you kind of are just living, but... What I'm saying is you don't have to push yourself to crazy things if you just want to live at the time and just get by. That's good enough. It's hard to be positive when the place where I live has been had floods that were 100% preventable if people weren't so shitty that put tons of cities underwater. So while I try to be in the field of nothing matters because we all die, it's hard when the road to death is terrible. Ouch. I'm really sorry to hear that. There are things that, yeah, sadly there are things that we just can't change, and we kind of just have to live with it, and, well, some of us definitely have it quote-unquote rougher than others on, you know, trying to be positive about stuff when things are constantly just put in your way. But I hope that, you know, you will also see better days, because usually, for all the shitty days that we have, there will also... They might not feel much, but there will be good days in between too. I said positive. It means even if you fuck up, it's not that bad because in the long run, it's not that important. Yeah, I mean, you should learn and grow from situations, but if you made a mistake or something went wrong, I'm also like, okay, I try not too long. I try to not linger on it for too long because it happened and we can't change it, and we can just make it better from here. From here on out. I recommend Stories Untold. The game is typing command games like opening the door or checking the house to advance the story. Stories Untold. I will check that out later. Ooh. Is it scary though? Like, does it have jump scares and like semi-realistic graphics? Because that's usually what's like, okay, I don't know if I can play this. Wow, Sin, you know quite a lot of random and obscure games, and I mean that in the best of ways. All of my friends are literally like, oh, this looks like a role game when they see random indie games. Well, thank you, yeah. I don't know. How to say that? I'm not really drawn to mainstream things. Partially because they are mainstream, but also because I'm looking for something. I'm not saying that mainstream things can't be special, but I'm usually on the lookout for something that feels very special, kind of. So I will intentionally look for, you know, indie games or more obscure stuff or like niche fandoms that are passionate about stuff. Because that's when I think, that's when I keep finding stuff that makes me like feel a lot of emotions and think about things and appreciate them for what they are more. And I think like mainstream, like especially AAA stuff, yeah, it feels very samey often because it feels more like a company fulfilling a quota and following what the market, you know, prefers in general, and it's not something that gives me anything special. It's like it can be cool and it can be great to experience, but then it's more like, it's like when you go to a movie. Let's say you watch a Marvel movie or something, and it's like, well, not the movies nowadays, not the Marvel movies nowadays, but let's say you just go out of a movie and it was decent and you're like, wow, this was a nice experience, I really enjoyed that. That can be like a AAA title. But then maybe you see a more obscure movie and you're like, afterwards you're like, wow, I'll keep thinking about this for like 2 weeks and question life and everything because I appreciate it so much. That's like, you know, just the difference in like how much impact it has on you. And indie games tend to do that more, and obscure stuff. A lot of indie games really reminded me of how much I truly love video games, which no big company made me feel. Well, except Hoyo games, I guess. Hoyo games are really good. But yeah, I kind of agree, yeah. It's like, especially indie games, they do such different stuff because it's individuals deciding to make a game with their own vision. They don't follow any corporate standards. They have an idea and they want to like bring it out into the world, and they want to share so that you can experience that. Play the Coffin of... No, the Coffin of Andy and Lele. I heard about this game and I know why it's controversial. And maybe I won't play it. Maybe I should not play that. I like watching 2001's A Space Odyssey and pretending that I understood everything about it. Nice. But yeah, I don't know. Obscure stuff just gives you such a special experience, usually. Wait, I only now realized that indie stands for independent/individual. How am I this stupid? I mean, if you never looked up the term, I can understand why you would be confused and maybe not know it. But yeah, that's what indie stands for. Hey Sin, if you ever are considering another Alchemist week, I recommend a game called Potionomics. Oh, is it the one I'm thinking about? I might know this one. Potionomics. Oh yeah, it's that with the super expressive characters on the models. Yeah, I actually have my eye on that. I want to play that. Crypt of the Necrodancer. I thought that maybe eventually when I release an album or something and we have enough songs, I could do like a custom Necrodancer day. where we just use CD songs that I made. I thought it stood for Indiana Jones. Yep, that's it. All these games were made by Indiana Jones. You thought it stood for Indianapolis for a really long time. What even is that? Customs and also map. If anyone wants to map, go ahead. I'm not gonna map because I don't know how to do it. Don't Starve Together? Oh, I don't know if people play that anymore. I used to play that with friends, yeah. That was a fun game too, but sometimes there's a certain point in the game where I don't know what to do anymore and I just run around. And then usually winter comes and you die. This topic is best served with news. He went rampage with nowadays narrative of AAA games. I mean, understandably so. Nowadays, AAA narratives are so... They are so basic movie-esque, and even then a lot of them just fuck it up. You go like halfway and you think this is decent, and then the last third comes and they just throw it out of the window and then spit on it. What about PVZ? PVZ? Pressevertriebszentrale! That can't be it! Wait, Plants vs. Zombies? Ah! Yeah, that sounds more plausible than Pressevertriebszentrale. I never played Plants vs. Zombies, but I played Plants vs. Zombies modes and other games, and those were fun. So if people wanted to see that, maybe? Man, I love a quick session of Pressevertriebszentrale in the evening with the boys. Amazing. Oh my god. I want someone to make a game now that is titled that. And I don't know, you sort newspapers or something, or you have to put together newspapers or something. PVZ is fun no matter the time. True! True! Man, in Honkai Impact there was this one minigame once. It was an event. I don't remember exactly what it was. There was this event, which is like a minigame, and... because they copied like other games for their event minigames. But I couldn't find any game that is similar, even though I kind of wish there was a game that is similar. I think the character runs around like a map, a laid out map, and inside you can place buildings when they do labs to buff the character and spawn new characters that then also go around the lab and fight the monsters that are on the path. And I don't know, it was so chill and so much fun. But I couldn't find any game that is similar. So I'm worried that this might have been their own, you know? If that might have been a little bit more original and there's nothing similar. Loop Hero. Wield an expanding deck of mystical cards to place enemies, buildings, and terrains along each unique expedition loop for the brave hero. Oh, maybe. Oh, that could be it. That could be similar, yeah. It's a little different, but sounds somewhat similar. Ooh, thank you so much! I check it out. Maybe that's what I've been looking for. Maybe that's what I've been looking for. Oh, hey, Inscription is on sale. Man! Man! I don't see myself going back to Inscription, sadly. That third part is just so annoying to me. Even though I'd like to see the rest of it. Just give it a long-ass German title to fuck with the foreigner game journalist. Yeah. Why does German sound angry? Because it has a lot of hard letters. Like the way we pronounce these letters and how they are placed in many words just makes it sound angry to some people. Like T's and K's and that stuff. Any Japanese horror games you would consider playing? You can try and suggest something. I don't know. I don't follow horror games, so I wouldn't know horror games just, you know, out of my mind. I know stuff like Fatal Frame, I guess. Genshin took the potion minigame from Potion Permit. Oh, I don't think I played the potion minigame in Genshin. But I also haven't played Genshin in ages. Because cutscenes are too goddamn long and it's so annoying, and you walk into one on accident and then you're stuck for 40 minutes even though you just wanted to play the game. So as long as they don't add a skip button, I'm just not gonna play Genshin. I'm glad that they are proud of their cutscenes and their dialogue, but I'm not here to listen to random ass NPC number 264 and have them talk about the whole encyclopedia of all flowers in the country just to tell me to pick up free ingredients afterwards. So yeah. Genshin feels so much more bloated compared to Star Rail. Yeah, there's so much unnecessary text. It's so unnecessarily bloated, and they even, I don't know when it was, but they even like posted the metric. Oh, we have like over 1 billion lines in the game now, as if it's something to be proud about. No, it's not. It's just shit that you need to skip through, and it doesn't add anything. And the worst thing, you can't even let the cutscene run in the background on auto and come back to the game when it's done, because they just insert a random point in the dialogue where you have to answer, and the prompt is just ... and it's like, why the fuck is this here? Stop making me answer with nothing just to stop the cutscene. I'm not listening. And I'm not gonna listen after you made me click on the ... so it continues. What the fuck? Yeah, it's so much filler. It's not good dialogue. If I click on a sign on accident because I wanted to pick up the stuff next to it, why do I have to click through 10 lines of dialogue? It's not necessary. Just came back. Why are we ranting about Genshin unskippable cutscenes? Because Genshin was mentioned and I haven't touched it because the text makes me angry. Because it's so much unnecessary bloat and they're proud of it, and I don't understand why, and I don't want to add a skip button because they're so proud of it. Hubris! If you enjoyed Baldur's Gate, you should also check out Divinity. I finished I finished Divinity, actually. With the same friends that I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3 with now, but we just can't find a day to continue. Angry on a Meow Day? Going on a tangent on a Meow Day, yes. There are things that make me angry. And people gonna go wild if you skip one single dialogue? I mean... if they want to waste their time so profoundly, then they can do that. I'm not gonna listen to that shit. Like, it doesn't even build into anything. You leave a zone, and anything that's relevant in a later zone is like 5 lines or like 2 cutscenes. Because you just leave behind all the NPCs and then you never hear of them again. I only play Genshin for the main story mostly, but there are some secondary missions that are okay. Some are just annoying. I talked to a friend about this recently, and they mentioned they had some time left before meeting up with a friend to play together. So they just started a side quest, and they thought, oh yeah, 40 minutes is enough for that. And then they were stuck for an hour in a side quest and couldn't play with their friend because the game just jailed them inside that side quest. Genshin gave me JRPG filler 24/7 that leads to find this missing cat, but we never see the cat until the very end. We just talk with random NPCs. Thank you for that perfect on-point summary. Yeah, that's like that's every second quest. Literally. Those are the annoying ones because they just don't go anywhere. Yeah, but they still hold you hostage with a gun to your head and a shit ton of unnecessary dialogue, and you are not allowed to skip it. Why? Why can I not skip it? Mihoyo! Get off your high horse, let me skip it! I want to play your stupid game, but I'm stuck in 20 minutes of cutscenes whenever I lay foot on a new city. Instead I've been playing Star Rail. Star Rail sometimes has very unnecessary dialogue too. I'm a little bit scared that it might get to the point where this thing happens, because it happened to Honkai Impact before as well. But for now it's still okay because there's enough relevant and also good stuff in there where it's like you can ignore it. You can still ignore it. It could get bad real quick though if they don't pace themselves. Hoyoverse games are absurdly yapping. Yeah, kinda. Kinda. And again, it wouldn't be a problem if they just let you skip a cutscene. But no, their honor! No! No! They can't allow you to miss the super important dialogue, even if you go AFK during it. Just found raison I'm not sure how to say that. Raison d'être? An obscure horror RPG maker game. Oh, now that sounds like something that's up my alley. Let me open yet another tab. My keyboard is so weird now because the paint would just shrub off when I type, because the paint on this keyboard is really bad. So now I drew over it with black Posca marker, and then I put a layer of blank nail polish on top of it so that my keys last now. Game. Raison d'être. Raison d'être. Raison d'être. Raison d'être. Oh, this looks cute! Oh, what the fuck? Oh, I look into that a little bit more. Maybe I could put it on my list, yeah. Throne keyboard? No! This is an actual Logitech proper keyboard. And I love this keyboard, I love the keys, and I love the low profile, but holy shit, what is this? What is this cheap ass paint on this keyboard? You know, you can just get a set of new keycaps, do you? Yeah, but why do I have to? Like, this keyboard is not that old. And it should not lose, you know, the paint at this point. It's just bad. It's just, you know, it's cheaply painted. And it shouldn't be for what kind of keyboard this is, so... the Star Rail Panaconi story has a lot of yapping, but I was interested in a lot of it, so it wasn't too bad, even though it turned out to be quite a bit worse during parts of the newest main quest. I skipped the entirety of Panaconi. I have a rough idea of what happens though, because I did watch the important cutscenes, and whenever Acheron showed up, because that's where my good old Honkai Impact fan comes out. Those were like the truly interesting scenes to me in that regard, and I just kinda... I watched like a summary of it. But ignored the cutscenes when I played myself and rushed through it because at this point, I was so bored from the Luofu questline that I didn't care. She doesn't like keyboards, she just screams at the monitor and it shivers out of fear. Exactly. All my games are voice controlled. Yeah, Acheron and well talking is a lot of Honkai referencing. Yeah, also there's a certain scene that is just straight out. There's a scene of something that Acheron does that is straight out of Honkai Impact, and I'm like, you assholes! My heart! But yeah, I'm kinda... I don't know. It's so weird because like Hoyo games have such high quality, but they overdo it with the dialogue so bad. And then sometimes they drop their plot points like a hot fucking potato. And at this point I'm like, I want to love your game, but I do not trust your writing. So I don't want to pay attention to it anymore because I feel like I will be so disappointed if I do. Xiansho questlines are so horrendous, I can see they tried it again on Penacony with new ideas of POV swap. It works somewhat. Yeah, it works better in Penacony. So it's just bad pacing? Kinda, yes. They drag out some shit for way too long, but also their dialogue writing is... I don't want to say it's bad, because they have banger dialogue sometimes. That's really good. But it's just so... They don't know when to shut up. They don't know when to stop. They like say one sentence and then they're like, okay, but I can elaborate this in a poem of 2 pages. And then something that you get in the first sentence, they just drag out for a 5-minute scene. That's the issue. It's not that what they're saying is bad per se. It's that they just don't find the point. They keep rambling. They already hide quite a lot of lore and side content and quests, so I wouldn't mind if they made the main story more concise. Yes! If people want more, do side stories to give them the option to experience more, but don't force everyone through the dragged out shit. If every cutscene is not about explaining quantum mechanics, is it really a MiHoYo game? God! The Honkai Impact 3rd dialogue sometimes, I swear. That's why Auto Arc is where the game dropped from its peak. Because they spent 30 minutes talking quantum physics that do not make any sense or have any relevance for what is happening, because only the 2 last sentences of this 30-minute explanation mattered, because that are the 2 sentences that we can understand. They must have hired that good student who knows how to make a 5-page essay into a 50 pages TED Talk. Yeah. In der Kürze liegt die Würze. But MiHoYo is allergic to seasoning! Okay, that was a good one. To translate, the seasoning is in the shortness, is quite... It's the like 1-to-1 translation of that saying in German. It's like, being shorter is better if you get to the point and get your point across that way. This is why Project Moon fans also never read too much info. I don't feel like Project Moon overdoes it, because I feel like most sentences are relevant. Occasionally they will drop a double sentence where I'm like, okay, why was that here? But I will literally say so as I read it. And just, you know, shade them with, okay, why is this here? But it feels like Project Moon, I know when they try to drag out something a little bit more to be like more poetic about it, and then it's like, okay, you want to be a little bit more poetic, I get it. But I feel like they stop it at a good point, right? They drag it out a little bit, but then they stop it before you actually get annoyed by it. And Hoyo doesn't know where that point is. Less is more? Yeah, that saying is kind of just less is more. Reading MiHoYo felt like I got forced to read Endymion whole deck in one sitting just to understand what they do. Yeah. So yeah. I went on a way too long ramble about this, but you know, it's fitting with the topic, so... Hospital means Krankenhaus in German. Yes. Sick house. Octopus would be Kraken without the N, actually. Being krank means you're ill. But yeah, I went on a tangent here, but I'm just upset about it. Partially because I'm passionate about it. Because I loved Honkai Impact so much up to a certain point, and you can't deny that their games are like very high quality. And they put a lot of passion into their games too. But I feel like they are actively trying to stop me from playing their game sometimes. That's why I'm upset. So I had to rant about that. But a lot of people agree. So, you know, there's certainly a problem here, and I hope they work on it. It's not a Zatsu without tangents, true. A Krankenhaus would be sick though. Haha, I get it. You know something else that makes me angry? It's something in real life. I know, it's wild. This is something I wanted to talk about during the Alchemist game streams, but I always forgot because we ended up talking about something else, or I was just, you know, in the vibe of the game, so I forgot about it. Authentic markets is a topic I wanted to talk about. What does that mean? Let me explain. So I have been to event markets. I really like event markets. It's stuff like that's so random. No. Trust me, it's absolutely relevant. Maybe not to MiHoYo, but to Alchemy, definitely. I like event markets. It's stuff like a middle-aged market, for example. Middle-aged market. Or knights markets. Or recently, a witches market, too. They do those sometimes. Food markets? Not necessarily food markets, but the food on the markets is also, you know, a part of the problem. I'd say it like that. But yeah, event markets like that. Yeah, medieval market. Yeah, exactly. Middle age. Lemao. It's the first term I could associate with it, because I forgot the term medieval. Anyway. But yeah, medieval markets, witch markets, and I don't know, maybe pottery markets and stuff like that too. So fiend markets, right? We have them sometimes. Like all across Germany, we have these event markets sometimes. And I like visiting them. Sometimes I even, you know, drive a bit further to get there. The market is also in his 30s. The middle-aged market, yeah. And I was really upset when I visited the last one. The last one I visited was a witch market, right? And I did enjoy my time there still, because I went there with my mom and we had a nice time. But for the, you know, for how far I traveled for this, it was kind of upsetting, because a lot of these markets are just not authentic, in a sense that you will go there, right? You will look at the wares, and half of it is people who do drop shipping from fucking Temu or AliExpress. And it's so upsetting, because in between you will have people who are actually convinced about the stuff they do, and they do handmade stuff, and that's like the stuff I'm there for. That's the amazing stuff. There were people who like they made their own drinks and liquors from their own brewery. There were people who made their own like sage bundles and spells and things like that, who made their own, like they burned pictures into wood, stuff like that. That shit's amazing. That's what I'm there for, right? But honestly, this time 80% of that market was just drop shipping. They buy shit for like $1 and then sell it there for 20 bucks, and they pretend they are witches, and they will tell you, oh yes, it's very spiritual, this coin. Okay, what I'm about, you know, this example is actually what happened, okay? My mom and I went into a tent of someone who, quote-unquote, sells witches stuff, and there was a cool coin with a yes and no that you can flip. It just looked very fancy, and my mom asked for the price, and they go, oh, 20 bucks. And I already didn't like that tent because I got bad energies from that tent. You know, you walk into something, you immediately feel awkward, so it's like, I did not get the good energies from that tent. And I looked it up, I'm like, look at this shit. It was still in its original packaging from Temu, and it costs 80 cents on that page. And they will tell you the craziest made up shit about their wares and pretend they are authentic and it means something. But really, it's just, you know, dropshipper who tries to sell you their trash. Abort the mission, the vibes are off. Yeah, the tent did not pass my vibe check. We were in the same tent last year, and that I already had like bad vibes when we went there the first time. I'm like, this woman, that ain't no witch. That ain't no witch. You can't tell me she's actually like convinced about what she's doing here. But yeah, tried to sell the 80 cents thing for 20 euros. I told my mom, let's peace out. We grabbed some chocolate strawberries instead. And I'm just really sad that 80% of the market is shit like that, from scam stores that have like online shops and sell you shit because they sell it in a trendy way and say, oh yeah, this is like witchy stuff, this is like handmade stuff, this is like spiritual. And it's like, bitch, they don't even believe that themselves, do they? Like, huh? And it's so sad because, well, maybe authentic people don't even want to attend these markets to sell their wares, right? But it's just so sad. 80% of the witches market were dropshippers that tried to throw in some stuff that have like witchy aesthetics. And then there were like a handful of people who were actually selling their own crafts. And like some people, like I could count on my hands how many actual witches I think there were. Maybe like 5 tops who actually, you know, felt like they are convinced of their wares and what they do. And the rest was like dumb bullshit from dropshipping stuff. And I don't know. It was disappointing, it was kind of sad, because I go to the market, I want handmade stuff. It doesn't have to be handmade stuff of just witchy stuff, right, on a witch's market. There were other people that were really cool that were not witches. They made like hand crocheting stuff, which was really amazing. Or as I said before, they burned like images into wooden plates, that was really good. So like handicraft people. And there was one dude, he has an entire stand with like smith's equipment. Like he has his own, he's just smithing on the event. Like that is amazing. But then you go around the corner and it's like Temu stuff. And it's like, why is this here? And how is this eventful? And why are you giving me your weird online shop link? And on the paper you clipped a Hello Kitty weird charm thingy. and is this supposed to seem magical and invite me to your shop? Because what? There's always a GigaChat. Yeah, there's always a GigaChat Smith. The Smith is amazing. He had like his own self-smithed stuff there as wares. That was cool. That was amazing. There was also someone who was doing stuff with like metal and some glass. Someone who made like their own soaps. That stuff is amazing. But yeah, I was upset about that. Nowadays, most authentic makers sell their wares in their own online stores. That's true, yes. But even then, you gotta look out for who is like convinced about their stuff and who's like trend chasing kinda. Because there are people who will say, oh, this is like, here's like the super fancy, crazy equipment. And it's just, they make it in the aesthetics, but they don't actually care about it. So when I ever buy stuff like that, I always try to do some research on how convinced the seller is about the stuff they're doing, if they're like authentic, if they love what they're doing, or if they just said, hey, people buy this shit a lot, let's make a shop that's themed like that. And I mean, you can make a theme shop too, right? But then don't try to sell your shit to me as, you know, something spiritual when you don't care. That's kind of scummy. That's kind of scummy. Good classic handcraft market, my beloved, especially when they customize it for you and give extra stuff. I mean, the people who made their own stuff, they are also so lovely. They are so kind on these markets, and I love them, and I wish them all the success. I'm kind of sad that they're overshadowed by, you know, some scam artist in the next tent. Oh. But yeah, I love medieval markets and witch markets and stuff like that. I like buying stuff that was handmade. But sadly, often on these, stuff is not handmade. And it's really shitty, right? Because there are stands that have a literal sign that says handmade accessories, for example. And you look at them, and I open Google, and I can literally find the exact same thing for a cheap price online. And then it's like, so handmade, right? What? You applying the chain to the thing you bought is handmade now. I guess you did do that by hand. I don't know if you should sell it as handmade just from doing that. Oh. I actually can respect scam artists if they actually can impress me with their lies. You know what? Fair enough. I think that one woman with the coin was really good at just talking onto people to convince them to buy stuff. Okay, so basically, she's an amazing saleswoman, but I don't want to buy her stuff. Like, she was a great saleswoman, but she was not a witch. I mean, they were probably made by someone's hands. Yeah, true. I'm actually out of water. I need to end my tangent soon, and probably my stream too, because my throat is dying. Could even say she's a sales witch. Oh my god. So that's why. Now it all makes sense. So I guess you could call her a businessman, sir. You know what? That's a good one. That's a good one. Everyone stretch! And hydrate. I guess I have some cola here. I hydrate with that. You also like don't have to produce stuff yourself if you made the stuff that's on it, right? If you're an artist, for example, and you print stuff, of course you have to, unless you like sell your unique hand drawings, but at least then you made the art yourself, right? Bit of a random question, but did you have Latin in alchemist school or whatever you may call it? I had the option to pick Latin, but I picked French instead, and then I hated my life for the next 3 years. There's a non-zero chance that she isn't not a witch, I guess? Wait, what? There is a non-zero chance. So there is a chance that she isn't. So not, and then not is a witch, I guess. So there is a chance she's a witch. Why French? Because I thought it would be cool and helpful, and then I learned that I hate the language and I hate the country and I never want to speak French again. Latin supremacy? I don't know about that. The people who had Latin classes seemed in pain a lot of times. And then eventually I switched to Spanish, yes. I switched from French to Spanish when I had the chance, and I really enjoyed Spanish. It's just been so long that I used it that I can't really speak it anymore. I can partially read it. So you're right for picking French. Listen, I didn't know. I didn't know, okay? How painful it would be. And then I learned. Then I hated life. French might have been the worst class I've ever taken, actually. My teacher sucked. The people in there sucked. The trips we had sucked major ass. And the other courses teacher was an even bigger asshole than ours. There was nothing good about French class. It's also the only class that I needed actual tutoring for, because at some point I couldn't catch up with the grammar. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Izquierda, izquierda! So you got trauma from it? Yeah, now that I think about it, I got a lot of trauma from French class. All the French teachers I ever had just were angry for zero reason. We had one guy who was like super angry all the time, and eventually he would just throw a student's book on the floor and spit on them. And then the asshole teacher from the other course, when we were in Paris, it was like raining in waterfalls, literally. Extremely heavy rain. There was a stand with umbrellas. Some of us wanted to get an umbrella there. And she had a rain jacket and then just screeched at everyone else to move along because she didn't care about us getting wet because she was safe. So she was just an asshole. Oh. To be honest, I only chose Latin because I knew I didn't want to bother with French, and I regret nothing. This is coming from a soon-to-be Latin teacher. Oh, that's so cool! Honestly, being able to say you're a Latin teacher, power move. At least your first alcohol experience was from French course? No, that was in Spain. That was Spanish. And that's why Spanish is objectively better than French. I was in Barcelona for the Spanish class trip and I loved that. That was amazing. Yeah, that's when I got stuck in an elevator and I had sangria and I had churros con chocolat and we went to the beach and the weather was nice and our teachers and me and my roommates went out eating paella. That was great too. Forgive him, he was being French. Yeah, understandable. Understandable. Oh, and we went to... Oh, we followed our teachers invited us to go to like their old university. They had like a festival in the evening. And they had nice music and the people had such a good mood and they had self-made tea in like these glasses. And I actually have that glass here with me. I still use it as a candle holder. It's crazy. But yeah, Spain good. If you have the choice between going to France and going to Spain, go to Spain. Because then you can leave behind the pain. That's where the drinking started. Only a little bit. Yeah, whenever someone asks what subjects I'm studying to teach, I say English and they are like, okay, pretty normal. And then I drop, oh, and Latin, and their eyes go wide with school trauma. Understandable. What kind of tea? Oh, I don't remember anymore. It was some fruit tea, yeah, fruit tea with like citrus. They had like fancy straws and everything. It was different kinds of tea, but they made that themselves. It was really nice. Never been to Spain, but have been to France. I'm so sorry. Living in Spain. Wait, living in Spain, but the A is silent? Oh. Now you need the Latin American experience with tacos, arepas, and pupusas. That is wild. I never heard those two words at the back. Spin! Man, I love Toho. I love Toho. I say as the jazz is popping off in the background. I can probably go for a few more minutes. I still need to I need to sort some stuff in my room in a bit because I'm actually getting a new closet. Yippee! I'm getting a new closet because mine is falling apart. It's really old. And recently a part inside the closet actually like came off and fell down, and that's when I knew, okay, it is time soon. But I'm getting the closet from the room the cats are in now, so because we're changing the furniture there, so I will get that closet because it fits in my room. Put on some tape and it's good as new. It's funny because we just we just hammered in some nails to hold the plate. But it's not very stable, so yeah, I'd rather have a new closet. IKEA time. Soon for the new room, yeah. When you look to the left, you look like you kissed the butterflies. The butterflies! Wah wah wah! Cinder, you keep your desk semi-tidy, or are you of the month-old dishes type? What the fuck? No, I sort dishes immediately. I immediately bring them to the dishwasher when I'm done. Sometimes it's a little bit chaotic here because I throw other stuff on here, like a book and then pencils and my tablet, but I don't leave the dishes. I don't leave the dishes, no. So my table is relatively, you know, cleaned up. Neat and cleaned. Dishwasher? Use your hands, you? Nah, man, I'm not touching that filthy shit. Into the dishwasher. Same, but you heard some very concerning stuff, especially from VTubers? Oh. Oh no, are they pulling the streamer where they just leave their dishes stapled on for months? They just stack towers? Man, I could never. I'm a rather clean person, I'd like to say. Occasional water spill? Yeah, sometimes I even clean my table on accident by just spilling water. I had a friend who would rather throw pans in the freezer than cleaning them so they wouldn't mold. Oh, pans, not pants. But also, what the actual fuck? What the... like, what in a what? What the heck? I just cancelled YouTube Premium on my Google Play subscription just so I could buy it on PC instead. Turns out I accidentally paid for it and now I have 2 YouTube Premium plans. I deactivated one of it. Maybe you could ask support if they could refund you. But then again, YouTube support. Yeah. I'm gonna become a dishwasher abnormality and wash you all. Moldy pants and moldy pants. Yes. Eventually he threw them away and bought new ones? What? 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 How can you be so lazy that you let your stuff mold to the point where you just buy new stuff? What? 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 That's filthy! Sin is the only person that I trust when she said I accidentally cleaned the room. Yeah, yeah. My brain can't comprehend. Yeah, neither can mine, so we're together in this. Hey. Oh my god. This is a real bitch you live like this moment. Oh. Oh man. Oh man, I could not imagine, no. I keep putting my stuff in the dishwasher, yes. Guys, keep your hygiene. Yeah, please. I'm sad when students don't clean the class. Oh, students are really bad at that, aren't they? Aren't they? This is like the one person who failed to make cup ramen. Wait, what? How did they fail that? He's a good one besides that. I hope he doesn't start molding at some point. Not the cup ramen story? Wait, is that a well-known one? If I didn't clean out the trash bins and pans, my flatmates would wait until new life spawned in them before they would ever think of cleaning them. Yikes! My brother is kind of like that, actually. My brother is kind of like that. He will leave, and he says himself he's just lazy, right? So he will literally just leave his used cooking equipment in the sink, filled with water, but he doesn't clean it up to put it in a dishwasher. No, he will just leave it there in the water, standing for days until it starts rotting. Fucking disgusting. And then he gets scolded to clean it up because we're not gonna do that shit. We're not gonna clean that shit. Tacos is a Mexican cuisine that consists on meat, cheese, vegetables, and tortillas, while arepas are a Colombian Venezuelan cuisine that consists on meat, cheese, and tortilla. Wait, what? Meat, cheese, vegetables, and tortilla, and meat, cheese, and tortilla. Okay, no vegetables. Pupusas is a Salvadorian cuisine that consists of beans, cheese, and tortilla. Okay, then pupusas are not gonna be for me. I hate beans. I hate beans. I can't eat beans. They make me wanna throw up. Es muss einweichen. It has to soften up, yes, but not for a week. They put dry noodles in slightly warm water with no powdered broth and put salt on it. Oh my god. What? There's even a description on each package, isn't there? Huh? To be honest, I often leave the pan in the sink for a bit after filling it with water so I can clean it later without much effort, but my flatmates don't do the cleaning part. I mean, yeah, you should. You should, yes, einweichen, or as we call it here, einwolken. Einwolken? Netherlands! Yeah, I mean, you should do that. You should let it soften up so that you can remove whatever, like, food remains are left, because if you put it in a dishwasher like that, it will spread across the other, you know, the other stuff. Austria, how dare you? I don't know how you guys say certain stuff in a silly way. It sounded very Netherlands. It sounded very Dutch. Because Dutch is so close to us. In terms of language. So every time something sounds German but is like slightly different, I'm like, Netherlands! Fried eggs are a nightmare to clean. Yeah, imagine you pull out a glass to drink and there's like fried eggs on it. Blech. So, yeah, einweichen it is. You know your accent has gone too far when people think you're speaking Dutch. Ik ben een Worcester Stereboer und ihr lasst mir doch nichts sagen. Dutch is just funny drunk German. It really is, yes. It really is. Oh my god. You know what's also funny German? Bavarian. Bavarian is funny German. And Bavarians are funny Germans. Oil your pans and fry your eggs. It's not that hard. I mean... You can, but also if there happens to be remaining food, you should clean it either way. Your mom says you watched too much TV, that's why you speak so much Hochdeutsch. Well, I mean, Hochdeutsch is good because people will understand you, no matter where you are. Is it insulting in German? I don't know, I mean, sometimes I will drop a shit when I'm upset here and there, or when something goes wrong in a game, but otherwise, I haven't really cursed much in German. They are a special breed too. We always say Bavaria is another country in Germany. And Bavarians say that themselves too sometimes. You're from Germany? Yeah. I'm German. You wanted to hear some aggressive German? Stagenhagen Buttenbad or whatever it's called. You want some German, some gentle German to sleep to. That's a hard one. Fachbereich Bürgerservice, Einwohnermeldeangelegenheiten. Oh. Does anyone here live in German much? Yeah, I see what you did there. That reminds me, Sin doesn't seem to have an accent. I can't tell where she's from. Maybe it's better that way. I feel like when I speak German only, there are certain words that I use, or like the way I shorten certain words that is from a specific area. But I feel like there are multiple areas in Germany that do that. So you could land somewhere entirely else that just uses the same ways of shortening. But even when I speak German, I mostly speak Hochdeutsch. So you can't really tell. I don't really have a dialect. Hey Duolingo! You are from Burgenland, eastern edge region of Austria, and we often joke that I'm just from West Hungary. Oh. I could see that. Wait, what? 40 degrees? You're Filipino. Oh! I die at 40 degrees. I didn't go outside today yet because it's 24 degrees, and 24 degrees is like my top amount of heat that I can take before it gets uncomfortable. And it's even worse in Germany because the air here will be very thick when it's getting hotter outside. So it will be 24, but it feels like you're stuck in 30 and you can't breathe. Because the air's just so thick and humid. That's probably the worst thing about it. If you could breathe, the temperature would be fine. 24, that's pretty cold, what? Yeah, no, that's like my threshold before it gets uncomfortable. Like 24 is my comfortable max amount. 24 is like freezing? Are you crazy? How is it freezing? Clearly Sin is from Hamburg, that's why she's pink. I mean, that's how you know I'm not from there. But if you want me to be from Hamburg, sure, I am now from Hamburg. Over here, 45 degrees is normal with dust. I would literally die. But it's also about what you're used to and what your body is used to, right? So we get to like a maximum of 40 usually in like high summer. What the fuck? It just started raining. What? Well, there will be a rainbow probably. What the heck? It's sunny outside, 24 degrees, and it just started raining. Oh. You play basketball at 45 degrees? I would literally just melt into a puddle. Please don't do your Hamburg steaks medium rare, just don't. I don't think I ever had a proper steak in my life, actually. Since stop summoning rain, I'm sorry. I was summoning hail the past few weeks and now I'm just summoning rain. But you know what? I appreciate that because then maybe it will cool down a little bit and the air will become a bit fresher. And then I can go outside. The coldest is like 30. Holy shit. Damn. See, when it was like over 40 degrees in Spain when we were there, because we were there in summer, it was fine. Because, you know, it's close to the water and the air was fresh. So even though it was super hot, technically, for me, it didn't feel that hot. But here in Germany, because the air is so shitty, it will just feel like it's 10 degrees hotter than it actually is. Simply because you can't breathe. So that changes a lot. Does a lot. Blah, blah. But yeah, you know, I also wish we would stop skipping spring. Because we have like 2 weeks of spring nowadays and then immediately just skip to summer. I just meant Hamburg, steak, hamburger, anything minced meat. Always cook those all the way through, at least that's what my grandma says and she is an authority. I mean, that's correct. You might get sick if you don't. Salmonella! Yeah! Fast forward summertime? Yeah, we're like time traveling all the time in Germany. But yeah, I don't even eat a lot of meat anymore. I'm not vegetarian, but I don't know. I don't really eat much meat nowadays. And mostly just chicken. Like, I try to avoid anything, but it's like 28 degrees here right now, and it's gonna be like that for the rest of the day. And here we've complained about the hot temperature. Yeah, temperatures are all over the place, really. Do you play sports? Not anymore, no. My wildest sports streak was just doing weekly sports at school. When we did sports there, though, I really enjoy basketball. I do really enjoy basketball. Sometimes I wish I could play basketball again, but like, you can't really do that unless you join like a sports club. But back then, I really enjoyed basketball. And I'm really good at defense, actually. I would actually be on par with the tall guys because I wouldn't let them past me. And it got to the point where one of them had to fucking push me away because he was angry that he couldn't get past. And it was fucking mean, but I'm proud that he had to do it because I was so good at it. Senior time traveler for being a German, can I come over and die over and over again in every reality, no matter how hard to try? What? No! No! I don't need that kind of time travel. They were too afraid to hurt Sin? Well, very apparently not. Very apparently not, when that guy just fucking threw me to the side because he couldn't get past. Oh. But then, I don't know, it was like the last... On the last like 2 sessions, I think the second to last session that we had in basketball for the year. When I was running, I actually... How do you say it? Wegknicken. Mit dem Fuß. Wegknicken. I guess, yeah, I just bend. I bent my foot while running with the basketball. And I bent it so hard that apparently a piece of bone split off from my like foot, but it landed inside the tissue of my foot in a way where you don't have to operate it. So now I just have a little piece of bone somewhere in my foot's tissue, and it just stuck there in a way where it can stay there. That was my final experience with basketball. And I'm just happy that I got so lucky. The war scar, yes. The war scar. You okay? Yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine. It saved me that it landed inside the tissue because there's no pain or anything. It just vibes there. It just lives there, rent-free. Her nose, her toes, her body is oh nose. Did that hurt? My foot did hurt a lot, yes. But I didn't need an operation or anything, so it was just sprained kinda. And my foot needed to heal, but after that it was fine. You are learning German, but your parents say that it's dumb. Why would it be dumb to learn a language? What? Why would it ever be dumb to learn a language? Bone separates, vibes hard. Oh, I guess you've got a bone to pick with it. Oh my god. Boo! But also very good joke, actually. Can we name the bone splinter? What? No, that's weird. Why do you want to name the bone? Why would you want to name the bone? They want you to learn French because in the near future you are going to live in Canada? I already, you know, I gave my detailed opinion about French as a language earlier, so that's all I'm gonna say. Let us name that bone and bun. Call it cal like calcium. Oh my god. That's why they say it's a waste of time and it's useless? I mean, French would be more useful for you in that scenario, yes, but that doesn't mean that German is useless. Like, what? Don't let yourself get stopped. You can still learn French when you need it. And you might even learn it easier when you're surrounded by people who use it, because then you're confronted with it. So, yeah. Don't fret over it. Do what you want to do. Realistically, unless you live in Quebec, you'll be fine with English. Also, yes, French is hard. French is very hard. See, when past tense got added to our studies, that's when I peaced out. And I was so glad that it was over at that point, because no, ain't no way. Never want to learn French again. Is this correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. Ich bin Kurdi. It is technically correct, but ich would be written with ICH. But otherwise it's fine. We need Sin peace out emoji. just a peace hand and me turning away. Actually, what's the status on emojis? Hold on. Oops, something went wrong. Thank you, YouTube. I wish you worked once. Memberships. The perks. There we go. Oh wait, that's a what? I unlocked a new badge? Okay. As you gain more members, you can upload and share even more emoji. 7 more members needed. But don't trust YouTube, because we had it once that we did add more members, and then it didn't give me the slot anyway. Yeah, I have a badge slot for 60 months, but I don't think we need that. Learn new language, guys. I like leaving comfort zone, new skill trees to be unlocked. Yeah, learning new things is fun. But I have so many things to learn, so I will not commit to a language at the moment. Yesterday I picked up a new technique to practice art, because I draw a lot, but I neglect my practice sessions because I'm focused on the stuff that I, you know, illustrate. So it's like, yeah, maybe I should put some practice in there occasionally. And I saw a video about, I forgot what it was called. The something method. Hold on, maybe I can find it. VTuber. The blind method, that's what it was called. There we go. The blind method, yeah. I see you know it already. I see you know it already. It's called the blind method. Basically, you look at art that you like, and that you pick like a little thing, just a tiny thing, like, I don't know, the face, for example, that you want to practice from the drawing, and you look at reference from the thing you like, and then you put it away, and you draw the thing as closely as you remember it. Then you put that over the original image and fix your mistakes to see what the person did different, so you can put down some rules and changes for yourself. And then you draw it again, now with the changes applied. And it's really helpful. It's really helpful. I did my first session yesterday, but I'm wondering how much progress I can achieve if I do this every day. And it seems to be very effective. Because already yesterday, when I redrew the thing I was practicing a pose. So dynamic posing. The first time I redrew it, looked like shit, kinda. Well, it was you know, was still somewhat close, but there were a lot of details that were different. And then the second time I drew it, it was already so much better. It was kind of crazy. And now every time I do a pose that is similar, I will think about this exercise, and it's probably more helpful than any amount of like basic studying you can do. What time is it there in UTC time? It... Wait. Well, it's 5:45 UTC plus 2 at the moment. 5:45 PM, mind you. Yeah. You already do that? That's how you learn to draw people from a still in a music video. Nice! Nice. But yeah, I think this method is probably really helpful. Honestly, I struggle with sitting down and doing fundamentals because it's so boring to me. So that's why I was looking for a technique that kind of combines studying something fundamental and doing something that, you know, is fun and relates to something that you like. So I feel like this might be it. I see how it goes. I see how it goes. Maybe eventually I can figure out perspective grids with this thing. Because I always just wing it, because I don't understand. It's 9:45 AM at your place, holy shit. It's 11:45 PM at yours. Damn. I should try that technique too. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun and it seems to be very effective. I will let you know my research once I do more practice. But yeah, it also tells you a lot about your art. Like, yesterday I realized yet again, like, it was a good reminder of I need to push stuff a little bit more, in the sense of when I do a curve, I'm kind of hesitant, so it looks a little bit stiff. I should just go wild. I should be free with my art. I should be a free person. What do I buy, a bike or a motorcycle? That's a good question. One that I can't answer for you. Motorcycle seems scary. Can you draw hands? Yeah. I'm decent at hands. There are certain poses that are hard for me. Or specific, like, things like drawing fists is hard. Because the bones will look off a lot. But generally I'm decent at hands, yeah. Perspective hurts my brain, like, how do they know? Yeah, I picked up a book that's like Perspective Made Easy, or what it's called, and I read it, I tried to follow, and at the start I thought, ah yes, I understand it, finally, and then I did the exercise that was in there with a perspective grid, and I followed the grid, and everything turned out wrong, and I'm like, how does this work? I do the grid exactly like it's in the book, and this is very clearly wrong. This is not how a room looks like. So, perspective hard. There's this Twitter account that holds treasure of inspirations and illustrations and tutorials. Feel free to share. It's hard to find genuine reference nowadays, because everything is just bloated with AI shit. So if you want a reference for a hand, good luck. Good luck. Oh, okay. Thank you. I will copy paste that into my browser for later. Struggling with perspective is the way of doing perspective. Very much so, yes. When people do the crazies and they just draw 10,000 lines on their canvas and then do a perfect room, I'm like, what? What? Yeah, it's either AI or repost, not retweet. Yeah, that too. It's either AI or it's stolen. It's horrible, especially like Google. It's like I look up, I don't know, this post character and everything's generated now and I'm like, oh, I just want a reference. You know, a reference that has real bones with the real way that they work. You want a bike because the last time you used a bike that you owned since you... what? Okay, you want a bike. Bikes are cool. I like bikes. See, if you have areas where you can drive a bike properly, that's nice. Here, for example, they don't really take care of the bicycle ways on the street, so it's kind of hard to ride a bike. A lot of paths are overgrown with trees or grass too, so you can't really ride over it. Do you watch anime, and if you do, what is your favorite? Yes, I do! And my absolute favorite of all time is Madoka Magica. You had an art teacher in high school who told you that when you buy a new sketchbook, drop it on the ground and step on it so you don't take it seriously! Holy shit! You know what? That's great advice. It's super easy to like get stuck on rules and trying to make it look good and everything, but usually the best art comes out of when you just don't give a shit and try around. So yeah, but it's hard to let go. It's often hard to let go. I have the same issue with singing. Sometimes I will try so hard to do the techniques that it ends up being better if I just go for it. That's what I realized in my last singing class. It's easy to forget to have fun. Yes, exactly. That's one of the reasons why I refuse to learn music theory, by the way, because I feel like I would just get stuck on rules that I read about and think too much about it, when what I do right now is just I slap my MIDI keyboard until it sounds good. I volunteer to be the sketchbook. Holy shit. Oh. Oh. Are you excited for the new Madoka movie? Yes, very. Very, very much so. The teaser art is so, like, crazy. I want to know what's happening. But yeah, gotta be patient. Patience. I already have an image requested for drawing Sin, but next one I do is gonna be a perspective one. I wish you the best of luck. You suck at art. I mean, you can always practice. Everyone sucks at art at the start. It's true, sometimes you just sing to yourself and wonder afterwards, how did I hit those notes so easily? Yeah, exactly. It's like, I feel like I cramp up my throat muscles a lot when I try to think too hard about, you know, doing the technique right. And then last time I just let go, and my teacher was actually proud because she was like, yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it. We finally got it. And I'm like, okay, so the answer to everything is just don't give a fuck. Just try. Anytime you start learning a new skill, you will find out just how much there is to know, stuff you never would have thought about before. I find that scary as heck personally, even though I shouldn't. You find that scary? I find that kinda exciting, because it's a lot to learn, but also a lot you can achieve and be proud about, and at the same time it's like, when I finally understand how something works, I have so much respect and appreciation for people who already can do it. Because I'm like, holy shit, you're doing all this stuff when you do this. I also suck at art. No slander. No slander in me chat. No spreading lies in me chat. This is true, my art is magnificent. There you go. I only draw when I don't have anything to do, and that is valid. Being an artist is that thick-headedness of a cockroach after being smacked with a magazine over 20 times. It's painful how accurate that is, yeah. Very much so, yes. Do you like math? No, I'm not a math person. That's why I'm the artist. That's why everything I do is art related. I'm not the math person. I'm okay at math, right? I'm okay at math. I was decent at school, math. But I don't like math and I'm not the best at it or anything. Math is cool, I just suck at it. I don't think I like math because it's so set in stone, kinda. Like, you can have different ways to arrive at a solution, but usually there's only one solution that you have to find the path to. It's kind of like puzzling. I don't really like that. I'm not a puzzle person. Actually, I realized the other day that I am at least top 5 artists in my illustration class, which was honestly comforting since I always think I'm the worst in it. Ain't that just an artist thing, though? It's so easy to think that you suck, but if you put it into grand perspective, you don't actually. It's just easy to feel like that. It's especially easy to feel like that when you look at others who are better. Then it's hard to, you know, objectively look at what have I achieved. Do you read Blue Period? No. I don't know anything about it. But I heard about it. It was recommended to me. So maybe I'll check it out. I only learn what is needed of my future work. And that's fine too, if that's what you want to do. Yeah, 4. You are the best. There you go. You're definitely the best. Math can be an interesting detective story. Yeah, it certainly is a detective story, especially when the E's are attacking. God, I hated the E's. But what happens if you do suck? Well, then you go practice. And then you won't suck anymore. It's just often taught badly. That is very true. I think I would have had an easier time with math if my teachers weren't that bad at explaining so often. I'm feeling sleepy, but I don't want to sleep because I want to watch you. Don't worry about it, I'm ending the stream soon because I need to get my stuff sorted out with the closet. If you suck and you stop, you will suck forever. True! You will not be a master when you pick up a skill. It always takes time and dedication. You just have to figure out if you have fun doing it. Then you can also push through the shitty times, right? If you're passionate about it. But also don't push yourself, like don't force yourself to learn something if you realize you don't have fun with it in the process. Because then you might just start hating it. You don't have to learn stuff for the sake of learning it, but if you feel like you have enjoyment while doing it and you can be passionate about it, then yeah, there will be times where you fucking hate it. Doesn't matter how much you love the thing. There will be times where you just hate it. But if you're passionate about it, you can usually push through that. You were fortunate to have an amazing algebra teacher. That's nice. Sin has helped me improve my sleeping habits by making me wake up at 7 AM for her streams. You're welcome, question mark. lot of people are also quick to give up math forever since it's socially accepted to just say I am bad at math. Yeah, that's true. That's true. There's a difference between, you know, struggling with it and then just giving up. Closet, is it the voice again? No, I'm getting a new one, so I need to move my clothes. Just need to convince my brain that I can actually improve so I don't demotivate myself. It's hard, yes, it's hard. There will be times where you feel like, oh, I'm shit, so I might as well give up. But I feel like these times, even when it's really bad, pass when the passion comes back and you just feel like you want to do it again. Actually, I had that today. Today and yesterday. Remember how I said I recorded a song earlier? Yesterday I had a moment where I was like... It's funny, I think it came up because of Eurovision. But I was listening to all these amazing singers, and then yesterday I had a moment where I was like... Well, I don't know if I... like all this crazy skills they have and how good all the singers around me are, how good my teacher is and everything. I'm like, I'll never be that good. And then I was like starting to mix a cover and I'm like, well, there are parts here that I need to re-record because I'm not satisfied with them. And I'm like, why do I even record anymore? Like, this kind of sucks. But then it's like, today I just started singing again because I love doing it. I'm passionate about it. So no matter how often I may feel like, well, I should just fucking quit and do something else, I'll be like, well, I hate it, but I'm gonna go record right now. I hate it, but I just go and record a song. And then I'm like, wow, this was fun. Despite me hating it earlier. So I feel like when you have passion for someone genuinely, at some point you will just feel like doing it and then you just push through it. If you surrender now, you will never catch up to me. Yeah. How could I ever catch up to your grandiose singing with your years of classical training and powerful lungs? But they were all in the same position you were in as well at some point. Exactly. And sometimes you need to remind yourself of that. And that can be hard, especially when you're sitting somewhere alone and you just hate life at that moment. But as long as you get back to it and you push through it, it's fine. I always was a talented kid, but that only made me more hesitant to try out new stuff since I'm really afraid of not doing good work, even though I know I have to practice to improve. I feel like that happens to a lot of people. They are the talented kid and they're called like the prodigies, and people just put so much expectations on you sometimes that it's hard to even start something or have fun doing it because you think you need to perform because everyone is telling you that you are performing well at so much stuff. So it's like, oh no, what if I don't perform well at this? And they just put so much pressure on you, but like that's not how you learn stuff well. The release of Madoka is the emergence of Renaissance paintings of those candy-colored lesbians. True, there's so much crazy, amazing in Madoka art. Love it. Obsessed with those Japanese artists that post 10 billion pics of their lunches and then drop a Renaissance painting once every 3 months. Yeah, I love them too. I love them too. Isn't it such a wisdom pool? I spout nonsense and hope that it sticks. Oh. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I have a lot of empathy for people struggling with art. and people struggling with life. Because life sucks. Life sucks. And trying to learn things can suck, so I just know the feeling. Cinnia, professional yap master. Yap, 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 yap. I don't know why, but I swear it's in the veins of all Japanese people to take pics of your lunch. They do make pretty lunches though. A good bento box, crazy. They make like an artwork out of it. And they always sort their food in such a fancy way, even if they just make a basic meal. Sin, what instrument do you play? I play FL Studio. And my voice. Life sucks, make something pretty. And that's where I will stop the sentence. Life's mostly good, trust me. I've seen situations where life truly sucks. You can have a relatively... like, you can have a good time compared to someone else and still feel like life sucks. I'm always careful with arguments that are like... that go in the direction of someone else suffers more than you, because pain is relative. And someone who's not used to much pain might feel just as much pain experiencing something quote-unquote small as someone else who's experiencing something big. That's why I'm trying never to like go in that direction when talking about pain or people feeling like things are painful. Sometimes, you know, sometimes feeling painful about something may be a bit unwarranted because you can feel better about it if you learn to appreciate what you have. But I'd never say that you have to feel good because you have it better than others. I imagine Sin being a food critic and the report was om nom nom om, yum yum. Amazing. Hey, Funtime Freddy! Drawing Luffy. Oh, nice! We just talked about art. Hanzo, you good? I was just chatting? Yeah! Whatever you say. Whatever you say. I let it slide this time. Life sucks, but the real danger is once you start thinking you suck. Yeah. That often ends with depression though. Or ends up being caused by depression though. Sea shanty intensifies. You wanna be in that chat? Oh my god, okay, what is happening? Maybe it's time for me to leave. Maybe it's time for me to go. We did reach the 3-hour mark though, so stretch. Yeah. And hydrate. Go away, make sure to drop the DVD bun. Yeah, sure, I will just leave you for the next 5 hours with the DVD bun and then suddenly the stream stops. No, don't leave. I do need to leave though. I've already gone way longer than I had anticipated again. And it's okay though, because I don't have work today, so... Can't wait to actually open my Slack and then see a task that I should spend more time on today and then die. But yeah, I suck. Newton. You know, all those crazy people who went down in history, they definitely had a moment at some place where they were frustrated and thought, this sucks or I sucks. I'm pretty sure they must have had a moment like that. So always remember that when you try to practice. And always remember that just because you have a shitty day and you do worse than usual, doesn't mean you suck or you actually became worse. Because learning stuff is a fucking roller coaster and it goes up and down. 3 hours, this is longer than usual. Yeah. Yeah. Me wanting to finish that recording of the song, I don't know about that. Anyway, I think I will wrap it up for now. I had a lot of fun today. I hope you learned something about colors, and I hope you will keep practicing whatever you want to practice. Do you stream every day? No, I post a stream schedule each Sunday. I stream 3 times a week unless something comes in the way. So I'm streaming again on Wednesday, where we will start Slay the Princess, as has been voted for. So we will see each other again then. Yay! You learn nothing about colors? Great! Wonderful! Anyway, keep drawing! But yeah, thank you so much everyone for joining me today. And take care of yourselves. I hope you will have a nice week. And have a good morning, day or night, wherever you are. I had fun as a newcomer. I'm becoming more often. Thank you! I'm happy to hear that. I hope you will enjoy your time. But yeah, until Wednesday! Where we may or may not slay a princess.